Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Ariba from Iman Power. And this is a very important message for you and in how you are raising your children and the dangers they are facing. Inshallah, this is going to be very, very beneficial and impactful in how you are raising your children to be righteous Muslims. Some time ago, I realized that I often myself reject my own good deeds, especially when it comes to acts of worship. I'll do them and like, oh, I didn't fully focus in this salah, my concentration wasn't so good, or recitation wasn't so good, and I would reject it myself, thinking it's not good enough yet. Now, if I am myself rejecting it, isn't this like a big shortcoming in me being able to ask Allah to accept it? I'm all myself thinking. And this was a trick of Shaitan that he was playing on me, which was leading me to be more demotivated. Like, I'm not doing it right. All focusing on all the negativity, all the shortcomings in it. Now, this is the wonderful thing about our religion, about the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He taught us what to do when you feel that. Then when you finish your salah, what's the first thing we say? We say astaghfirullah. We ask Allah for forgiveness for our shortcomings. I was saying that and asking Allah for forgiveness, but I guess my focus was so much on still the negative side of my salah than the positive, that alhamdulillah, I got up and I did wudu and I walked till here to my prayer mat and I did my salah and I had whatever amount of concentration I had in it. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but Allah did not create us like angels to be perfect. Allah already knows you are going to have shortcomings in it. And so we rely on the forgiveness of Allah. We ask Him to forgive. But we appreciate, just like, we look at our shortcomings so we can improve them. We need to appreciate our good deeds. That alhamdulillah, I was able to do that. And that's part of being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That alhamdulillah, I was able to do this. And Allah said, He increases what you are grateful for. He increases what you're grateful for. So you will see an increase immediately. And alhamdulillah, I have seen much improvement in my acts of worship and my enthusiasm to worship more because of just appreciating my acts of worship and saying alhamdulillah, really meaning it. But look at how Shaitan was tricking me. That seemed like I was doing, the right thing, that I'm just trying to improve, I'm focusing on the shortcomings. But that itself was slowly destroying my mind, my heart, and my acts of worship, my relationship with Allah. Shaitan is relentless. He does not give up. If you are on the straight path and you are working, I know so many of you you are working so hard every day from Fajr till Isha till the time you go to bed, making dua for your children, doing everything you can to bring them closer to Allah, to help them be successful in this dunya and in the akhirah. Making sure you're doing the right thing, saying the right thing, that you don't say anything that will distance them from Allah, that you don't do anything that they are distanced from their religion, from their deen, their acts of worship, reminding them again and again for their salah, sending them to classes, this and that, so much. And then when you go to bed, that is the last thing on your mind. Ya Rab, worrying, am I doing right by them? You are trying, striving, struggling every day. And so is Shaitan, working relentlessly every day, attacking your children. He is not going to give up. There's going to come a time that maybe you will be like, oh, I don't know, I've tried, I give up, right? Or you are more inclined to just give in, okay, just do it. Even though you know it's going to hurt them, you just give in. But he doesn't give up. He has one goal, massive armies. Shaitan is flowing inside your children. This is not a joke. This is not something we can just take lightly. Allah warns us again and again and again in the Quran that He is your clear enemy. Take Him as an enemy. We have to protect them. We must protect them. How can we leave them like that? That their greatest enemy is attacking them? And you're like, Alhamdulillah, you're praying. That was my goal. And then attack their enemy, just attack them, play these games, psychological games on their minds, all these evil whispers that shaitan is flowing inside them. Shaitan is flowing inside them. Allah told us so many times in the Quran, He is, but how often do we even think about Him? The tricks, the plots He's right now playing on your children, the psychological games that He is playing with their minds, the plots that He's already started weaving His schemes to get them into a major sin later on. He has one goal: to humiliate us in this world and the next. So He is dedicated to leading to your humiliation and your children's humiliation. We have to protect our children by educating themselves. And that is why I have prepared this program for your children. Videos and activities are going to expose the deceptions of shaitan to your children. Empower them with knowledge so they are not left vulnerable to the attacks of their greatest enemy. In these powerful, fun, engaging manner, giving them practical knowledge using Quran, Sahih Hadith, psychology, and understanding of the issues of the children today. So your children can see it much more clearly when He's laying down a devious plot for them, and they can protect themselves. Don't you want that for your child? Shaitan knows your children's deepest desires and their darkest fears, and he will use them against them. But what they will learn in this program will help them see through his devious tricks. So when he tries to use the deception of fear against them, they will know how to stop him and to choose to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaitan wants to separate your children from you. The parent who's reminding them of the straight path, he wants to isolate them. So then it's easy for him to manipulate them. Through this program, we will make them aware of the tricks he's going to be using to do so. So when he tries to use negative thinking, negative assumptions, sow seeds of jealousy, envy in your child, they will know that this is his voice. This is him trying to cause dissension between their parents and their siblings, just like he did even with the sons of prophets. They would know and they would be able to see it much more clearly. Rather than blindly indulging in these thoughts, they would know because you had already prepared them, given them the tools through this program to fight these thoughts off. You were a prepared parent, alhamdulillah. Shaitan will make evil deeds look attractive and cool and good to them. But unlike many other children who don't understand the reality, they would know that this is another trick of shaitan. This is another deception of shaitan, and protect their hearts from turning away from straight path and getting lost. Even if he gets to them, and yes, despite all this, he will still get to them at times. They would know how to rise back just like their father Adam alayhi salam did. They would know how to undo all his work and earn the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instead of sinking lower like many people in the world do. When he tries to stand between them and their dua, they would know how to shut him down and empower themselves because you would have given them that knowledge. When he tries to make them pity their own selves, they would know how to rise with gratitude. When he tries to weaken them with anger, they would know how to conquer their anger. Instead of being fooled gradually by his false promises and mesmerized by his voice, they would know how to mute him and charge ahead to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These were just some of the tricks we cover in this program, and this is just some of the impact it can have on your children. We must protect our children and give them this knowledge. Guidance is up to Allah, but it is our responsibility, to pass on the knowledge and empower our children and equip them against trap. In this program, you're going to get a bunch of videos. In the beginning, if you want that, I will also be giving a bunch of activities, some engaging things for the kids to think about, to do. So, but that depends on you. Maybe you want to watch them later on. Maybe there are exams right now. Maybe, something's going on. You can do them later. But you have access to this resource for whenever you need it. Because maybe one thing will really click in your children right now, because they're going through that trap already. They've already a few steps down that trap. So they will be like, oh, I see, this is what's happening to me. Or maybe a year later, a few months later, you will see them going down one of the traps that I talk about in this course. And unlike many other parents, other mothers who are, what do I do now? You will be prepared. You will know what to say, how to say. You can just present that video to them. You can use those examples, analogies, expressions I use, the knowledge that is in those videos, the ayahs and so on, to help them understand. This is what you're going through, my dear child. This is the plot Shaitan is playing to you. And help them open their eyes. This is going to be such a valuable resource, a powerful resource in your hands as you're raising your children. You might think, somebody might say, oh, alhamdulillah, my children are very righteous. They pray 5 times a day. They read the Quran. They're good kids. Alhamdulillah, you have good kids. But it would be really, really foolish to think that they are safe from Shaitan. Because Shaitan Iblis promised Allah, I will wait for them on the straight path. So alhamdulillah, you have got them to the straight path. But know that he is waiting for them on the straight path. This is where he will attack them even more. He needs to get them off there. This is where he is really going to work double time to attack them. And maybe as parents, you can see that he is doing that. He is going to be scheming really long-term schemes to get them off that path. Something small, something tiny right now, which is going to trap them and get them in maybe a few years completely away from Allah. Something that seems minor. So the kids really need to be aware. We cannot leave the ignorance about the ways of Shaitan, the ways he deceives us, is going to sink them if we don't give them better. But we are going to now, alhamdulillah, give them this knowledge. I'm not saying all this to scare you. I gave up few months of my life, putting everything else on hold to prepare this program for your children, to get this knowledge to them so you can protect themselves and save them from the humiliation that Shaitan wants to cause them. My mission, for which I gave up my career in 2012, all the money, the success, the job I loved, was because I wanted to bring children closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in so many years, alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me that he used me in this way to educate thousands of children across the world. Alhamdulillah. From Spain to Japan to America to Australia to Bermuda, all over the world, to Mecca even. Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing. But my greatest enemy in my mission to bring your children closer to their Rabb, to help them be proud of their deen, their iman, and race to Allah, my greatest enemy is your greatest enemy. It is Shaitan. But through this course, we are going to disarm him and protect our children against their greatest enemy, equip them, arm them, so they know how to protect themselves from his influence. and help them be amongst those few, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that He will have no influence over. Started working on this last year with my 2 interns. They've researched tafsir, hadith, psychology, and so many things we have to think about in order to make it engaging and think about the issues that kids are going through. And we wrote down many, issues and scripts and so on. And then again this year have spent 2 months working on this. Who spends that much time, effort, energy into building this kind of resource for children? Kids, just give them simple stuff. They're fine. They are the future. This is the man and the woman of tomorrow, the leader of tomorrow. Who are you raising? Who are you raising? Just somebody? Or somebody who will shine in this world and shine even brighter on the day of judgment? Not somebody who will be humiliated in this world and in the next. No, may Allah protect you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect your children from this pain that I see in the eyes of so many mothers. This is one of the most, since I launched the Iman Power in 2012, one of the most painful things for me has been that looking at the pain in the eyes of the mother who has lost her children or feels like she's losing her children because Shaitan got to her. Shaitan got to her children, He trapped them. And we hope and we pray that they will come back. That they will come back. But you have this opportunity now. This program is in front of you. This knowledge is in front of you right now, that if you give your children, you will save yourself from that pain. Or if you're going through that pain, so many times moms tell me, well, they won't watch anything. Or attend Islamic classes, they won't watch any video. Then what's the alternative? You give up and you're like, okay, yeah, go on, play video games. You don't want to watch video? Don't watch it. Where is that leading to? Aren't you just saying to Shaitan, go Shaitan, take my child. I can't do anything. Who is more powerful? Who did Allah make more powerful? You or them? Or Shaitan, You or Shaitan? You. And your power is knowledge, ability to learn. Give that to your children. Alhamdulillah, this wonderful thing about this program is these are videos in small doses. You can, give 1 dose today, another little dose tomorrow. As they're eating and doing something, play it. Then you can play it again. You don't need, if depends on kind of relationship you have, you can talk to them about it, discuss it, bring it up again and again, remind them, look, this is happening, the thing we talked about in the video. A lot of parents do that. Or if, this relationship is not like that, you can just play it and get them to start thinking about it. Play it again in a few days. Play it in the car. Play it as an audio instead of a video. This is the most wonderful thing, one of the most wonderful thing about this medium. And this is with you when you need it. You are prepared to give them that dose. That will inshallah bring them back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the alternative? What is the alternative? Tell me. What are you going to do? Like, nah, okay. What? I don't even want to say it. Now, here's the thing. I don't normally push you so much in a video, but you have to sign up right now. Because Shaitan will get to you. He doesn't want your children to watch this. He doesn't want your children to know this. This is danger for him. He doesn't want them to have this knowledge, to be equipped, to be armed, to be aware of his deceptions. He doesn't want you to expose his deceptions. So he will give you all kinds of excuses. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe I'm just gonna lose my money. Here's the thing. I'm gonna break that excuse right now. Crush it right now. If this program doesn't work for your children, you can get a full refund. I'll give you your money back. I don't want your money if it doesn't benefit you. Another excuse he might come up with is, I will do it later. Remember, he made your father, Adam alayhi salam, who had one command of Allah, and he forgot that. He forgot that. He was in paradise and he forgot that. With angels and he forgot that. How many distractions do you have? How easy it is for him to make you forget this. Piece of cake. He can make you forget and then put all kinds of other things in your head to turn you off so you don't invest in this. And the last one he might come up with is like, money. Really? Money? Like, seriously, is a few dollars that you have to invest in this program the reason you are going to leave your children defenseless without this knowledge that alhamdulillah has brought for you, that alhamdulillah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in front of you? You are going to leave them defenseless, not give them this knowledge. You're going to deny your children this knowledge. I hope that's not you. I hope you are the parent who want their children to be like Umar radiallahu anhu. Prophet Muhammad said, when shaitan sees Umar, he runs away to another direction. That is your goal. That your son, that your daughter is that man, is that daughter who shaitan doesn't want to be near. Because he knows it's not going to work. They will see him coming. They will see his plots coming. This is what you're doing to me, Iblis. I already know. My parents taught me. My parents taught me to disarm your deceptions. And I know what to do. And even if he gets them, they know how to get out of it. Because he will get to them. He will get to them sometimes. But they know how to get out of it. You are that parent who want to raise that child. Then you will invest in it. You will not worry about that little bit of few dollars you have to spend. But I understand there are financial hardships. There's sometimes things I want to do, courses I want to register, but I can't afford to. So I'm going to give you, contact me, and we're going to give you a payment plan. So maybe you can do it in small bits every month. But this program is for parents who value this knowledge and know the importance of this in their child's life. Who don't look at the money and weigh it against that and say, oh, this is too expensive. I can't give this bit of money for this knowledge. It's not worth it for my child. No, it's not for that parent. Honestly, for that kind of parent who doesn't really value this knowledge, even if I give it to them for free, I know that it's not going to help them. They're not going to value this. This is for the parent who values this knowledge, who knows the significance of this is much more important in their child's life than a little bit of money, who knows the cost of not giving it to them than this little bit of money. It is for that parent. That is the parent whose children are really going to benefit, inshallah, from this. And I know that if you have been watching this video up until now, then inshallah you are that parent and you know the significance of that. So do not let shaitan come in your way now. So that's it from me. I've said all I could to help you understand the significance of this for your child, to protect them from their greatest enemies, not close your eyes or leave them blinded to wander into his deceptions, but expose his deceptions make it clear to them that this is how he works, this is how he will deceive you, so they are more protected and not left ignorant to sink in his plots, but are empowered to rise as righteous Muslims. Now it's your turn to take action and invest in this program, and do not let shaitan delay you, because I promise he is going to stop you. He is going to try to stop you. Be aware of it. Take action fast. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.